History is created by humans, experienced by humans, and yeah, I don't know. But all in all, history is important, and we need to learn about history in order to learn it and build upon that knowledge. So for the sake of this video, we're starting in post-World War I, where World War I was considered the Great War, because it was just so great. Also, apparently, I'm supposed to introduce myself. So I am a strong, buff kid named William. And I was also warned to keep my jokes at a low tone. So all I gotta say is, you're a cop! After World War I ended, the Treaty of Versailles was signed and basically had a bunch of rules. One of which was that Germany needs to take blame and they cannot rebuild an army. Oh, it's the USSR. Apparently they're not so man of steel created a command economy and collective arms. This was all done with the 5-year plan. Apparently the kulaks want their land back. Solution? Eradicate them and send them to the gulag where they have to fight in a battle royale. Now let's get back to the entire world. Never mind. Check out Italy. Now fascism is becoming a thing and Benito Mussolini is a pretty cool guy because he just marched in Rome. Wow. Mussolini also has some fans in Germany. One considerable figure is Adolf Hitler. Wait, not this one. There we go. He will then regain popularity and become leader. He was also an advocate for Nazism and created many suspicious things. Anyways, in the land of anime, the empire basically became a militarist state. Japan was inspired by a bunch of stuff and ever since they were allies, they like conquering, kinda like the British people. So far, totalitarianism has become a thing, and the economy is shattering. And check that out, I got a call from Germany. Wait, what? Japan at the moment is rich in territory, and they want more. So they took over Manchuria, which has brought the attention of the League of Nations. We are totally fine, totally not a slave labor country with a puppet government. Back in Europe, Hitler is catching the eyes of other countries. He has taken over the Rhineland and Sudetenland in a form of appeasement, where one does action in a way to avoid conflict. He also rebuilt his army, which the others didn't really care about. They ultimately paid a price. Hitler will invade Poland with a technique called blitzkrieg. They would turn their heads on Britain and bomb it again and again. However, Britain held still, and they fought off the Germans using this technology called radar. However, inside Germany, it has become worse as the Holocaust accelerated to the final solution, like mass homicide. What Hitler didn't know was that they were about to come to him as a consequence to his actions, as his enemies were preparing for a counter-offensive. The Japanese were feeling a little trolling and bombed Pearl Harbor. Instead of the weak morale of the US Navy, the Japanese were introduced to an angry mob of patriots. Japan would then be absolutely steamrolled through island hopping, and to add extra salt to the wounds, they got bombed. Twice actually. Over in Europe, Hitler has been attacked on all sides. His forces lost at the Battle of Stalingrad, Eden was closing in into his homeland, the Battle of El Alamein was pressing him from the bottom. Hitler thought of no other choice than to consult Twitter for his actions. With the invasion of Berlin and the bombings of Japan, World War II was officially declared over. However, the aftermath of World War II was still prevalent through the post-war era. After Joseph Stalin's death, everybody made it clear that he was hated. Khrushchev will commence acts such as de-Stalinization to remove Stalin influences. Some other USSR satellite countries would take this as a chance for freedom, which will later backfire. In China, Mao would start much things such as the agrarian reform laws and the Great Leap Forward. What is it? There are farmers protesting because their lands are being taken? Solution? Obliterate them. Also, the Great Leap will result in 20 million death count. Nice job. Nobody seems to realize, however, since the Cultural Revolution began, which was just a bunch of people going crazy for Mao. Whoa, warning? Nuclear war incoming? There's a missile at Cuba? What shall we do, Mr. President?
But what the hell, what?
Dang, that was close. After some SALT talks and detente, the Soviet Union and the United States seem to be more like friends. Back to China. Mao Zedong seems to have died and nobody really wants to mourn him. Well, let's see how William's doing. Maybe he can teach this. We'll get back to him. But now, China wants to modernize. They're improving on defense, technology, and finally, democracy? No, this can't be right. Oh, let me check. Okay, 1989, Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square? What are you talking about? Like, well, absolutely nothing happened in Tiananmen Square. In fact, it was such a perfect day. I'll show example. Yeah, you see. What? Get this off my screen.
Oh, my son, welcome to heaven.
The requirements didn't ask me to cover all topics, so I might as well just leave it there. However, at the start of the video, I did say that history is important and that you can learn something from it. So in this video, we learned that communists and anything of the sort sucks. It's not that only because I'm biased and I'm a capitalist. It's more of the amount of deaths that it's caused and the chaos, either to itself or to another country. But now we know this, we can always avoid it, and we can learn and build upon the mistakes that even the capitalist governments have.